Welcome to Cybersecurity Growth, a show for aspiring and existing cybersecurity leaders. I'm your host, Sean Valley, Executive Director and CISO of Cybersecurity Growth, former Chief Security Officer of Rapid7, and former CISO of Tricentis. We're going to get into Cloud Security Posture Management, CSPM. I have a kind of neat story about CSPM before I get into it. It was 2018 or 2019. I'm going to say 19. I was at the AWS Reinforce conference in Boston, Massachusetts. Not their reInvent, which is the whole conference around all things AWS, but they just launched Reinforce, which was their security-focused conference. And I was walking through the vendor floor, and I stumbled on a company by the name of DivvyCloud. And I said, "Oh, what do you guys do?" And their founders were there, and they kind of walked me through the solution. And their solution was a CSPM. I then said, "Wow, this looks really interesting. It's not the exact thing that I'm looking for, but it's actually something that I would be very interested in, because my team has basically been building their own homegrown custom solution to do this thing that you're talking about." So I went back to my leadership of where I worked, which was a company called Rapid7, and I said, "Hey, heads up, I think I might be interested in bringing this tool in-house and using it, freeing up my product security and my security engineering team from having to build and maintain their own solution that does this type of thing. I think I might be bringing this tool in." Fast forward about a year, Rapid7 acquired the company DivvyCloud, integrated it into their platform. It's now known as Insight CloudSec. I think that's kind of cool. Now, what is CSPM? Let me read you the definition from Gartner. Cloud Security Posture Management consists of offerings that continuously manage IaaS and PaaS, infrastructure as a service and platform as a service, security posture through prevention, detection, and response to cloud infrastructure risks. The core of CSPM applies common frameworks, regulatory requirements, and enterprise policies to proactively and reactively discover and assess risk, trust of cloud services configuration, and security settings. If an issue is identified, remediation options, automated or human-driven, are provided. Okay. And so that's why I thought this was interesting, because my team was building solutions that did some of this stuff. And I said, oh, it'd be nice to have a tool where that could help us here. We were a shop that was using a lot of AWS at the time. So let me bring up some of the key benefits and capabilities here. I grabbed this from a couple different sources here. Some of this is from NetAdmin Tools. So a couple things to keep in mind. Choosing the best CSPM tool for your organization is a critical decision. The right tool can help you automate security processes, streamline operations, and reduce costs. And here we'll talk about the different features and capabilities of it. So CSPM tools perform continuous monitoring and include some of the advanced features that enable automatic detection and configuration mistakes without any delay or human intervention. And here's a list of benefits and capabilities of a CSPM. There's a lot of them, so I'm going to just read through them, and then we'll move through more details after this. First up, automates identification and remediation of misconfiguration issues in the cloud. I think this is huge and critical. As folks, the easy old story was, your S3 buckets are public, dude. They weren't supposed to be. They contain very sensitive information. Why are your S3 buckets public? And it's because somebody just checked the wrong box or did not check the right box, is the old story. To me, it's the most easiest example, and it proliferates through all the different capabilities of cloud infrastructure, cloud platforms. The second key benefit capability here is it uses best practices to detect cloud configurations and other issues. Third, maintains consistent enforcement across all cloud environments. Next, offers policy visibility, instance scanning for misconfigurations, conducts risk assessments, storage bucket monitoring. I just mentioned something about that up above. Mapping of configuration statuses to security control framework. Compatible with hybrid and multi-cloud environments. So if you are AWS, but maybe have some Azure, or maybe you're doing a little bit of GCP. It's kind of tough to do monitoring and security across all those environments. Why not have a tool that hits all of them? And tools that go wider than those. Those are just the three big ones, but you might be using something else. Automates remediation of risk across all cloud infrastructures, including SaaS, IaaS, and PaaS, PaaS, IaaS, SaaS platforms. Monitors encryption and account permissions. I love that, because thinking about identity management in the cloud is brutal. It's, identity is the new perimeter. And historically, going way back when, as long as you had your Active Directory secured and managed, you kind of had all the things under control, and that is not the world we live in anymore. So hearing that a CSPM can help account permissions is fantastic, as well as encryption. Conducts analysis over data resources in different environments. Provides real-time visibility. I feel like we will continue to see this as real-time monitoring, real-time visibility, real-time response. Generates audit-ready reports for analysis. Oh, another compliance capability. We just heard that in CASB. Provides protection against threats. Delivers quality insights into potential compliance risks. Oh, compliance. CSPM tools also... CSPM tools allow monitoring the creation of new instances, which I think is also fantastic, as I know my engineers love to spin up new instances, to do some testing, to do some development, or maybe I have a solution that grows based off of usage. Maybe there's the ability to automatically spin up new instances because our cloud platform is being used by more of our customers at once, and we have the ability to spin up more instances to deal with that bandwidth issue. I'd love for my CSPM to be able to keep an eye on those new instances that spin up and then shut off as those instances go away. Those are the key benefits and capabilities of a CSPM. So why do you need a CSPM? So here's some things to think about. I'm going to read through some of this, talk a little bit about it. Misconfigurations in the cloud are common, but with the help of a CSPM, one can secure the cloud environment and reduce the risk of data breaches. A cloud connects with multiple networks on a daily basis. It increases the risk of cyber attacks. Thus, to protect and secure cloud-based systems, investing in CSPM tools is the right thing to do. The security tools provide unified visibility across multi-cloud environments, which helps prevent the data from accidental vulnerabilities and misconfigurations. Also, the administrators can monitor, scan, and assess the environment on a continuous basis and uncover hidden threats. Further, it helps reduce alert fatigue, like false positives because it's using AI. Well, good to know. And I agree with this as a user of a CSPM. So like we did in the CASB category, let's do this in the CSPM category and find out who are the players in this space. These are not the players I identified. I grabbed these players from NetAdmin Tools, and let's look at the top CSPM providers according to NetAdmin Tools, and I'm going to give some comment as we go. First is PingSafe. This cloud-native application protection platform implements both CSPM and cloud workload protection platform through a vulnerability manager, infrastructure as a code, and content disarm, and reconstruction and other services on the platform access. Oh, so that's interesting. This one's mentioning a whole bunch of acronyms, some we haven't covered yet. So I can see why that's the editor's choice. It does lots of things in one. Number 2 is CrowdStrike Falcon Horizon. So you might be familiar with CrowdStrike Falcon, the endpoint security tool, but CrowdStrike Falcon Horizon is their CSPM. I have used this tool. This CSPM provides system security assessments for resources hosted on AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud Platform. I'll give you a little commentary on this. What's great about this is if you are using CrowdStrike as your EDR, your endpoint security tool, Horizon is in the same UI. So you just click a different button to get to the Horizon view, and you get the view of their CSPM capabilities. So if you like the look of the CrowdStrike Falcon dashboard, then you're probably going to be fine liking and using Horizon. If you're already a a CrowdStrike Falcon EDR customer, you can probably become a Horizon customer without spending a whole lot extra because it's an add-on capability. As you know, I think CrowdStrike saying, hey, how do we land and expand our customers? Oh, let's give them more capability. Very common with CrowdStrike, by the way. Moving on, third is Datadog Cloud Security Posture Management. This service continuously scans cloud assets for security weaknesses and produces compliance auditing. My comment on this, I have not used the Datadog tool, but I think it's brilliant that Datadog, a tool that's really focused around the DevOps user, the DevOps buyer, is buying their way and building their way into the security space. I think Datadog has the opportunity to eat this market alive, not just this one category, but a whole lot of it. A whole lot of the cloud security market. They have the opportunity. And us security folks should be happy about this. Why? Engineers and DevOps engineers and SRE folks are, in many cases, loving Datadog as a tool to help them run their business. And we know in the security space that it's sometimes difficult to get people outside of the security team to be excited about security solutions. So when you have a company like Datadog that was not security first, but got into the security space, this is great news because you already have an advocate in your DevOps and your SRE folks who are possibly using this tool. Pretty great. Next is Checkpoint Cloud Guard, a package that combines CSPM and workload protection and is suitable for development as well as live system monitoring. Followed by Trend Micro Cloud One, protects on-site systems plus cloud resources hosted on AWS, GCP, and Azure. Next is BMC Helix Cloud Security. This SaaS package scans cloud assets for security weaknesses, fixes them, and documents everything for compliance reporting. Followed by Lacework. This cloud platform extends its security assessments of cloud resources to access rights management and also provides risk prioritization. And Lacework does lots of things. We'll probably see their name again today. Followed by ThreatStack's cloud security platform. With this platform of security systems, you'll get ongoing security monitoring as well as vulnerability assessments. And then we will wrap up with Palo Alto's Prisma Cloud. The service focuses on cloud storage systems and the access permissions operating on them, plus it provides compliance logging. And I'm going to add a little bit to this. These are the top 9 providers that netadmintools.com listed out when I went searching. This is who they decided to put in their list, with PingSafe being their top choice. I have used the Rapid7 tool, Insight CloudSec, formerly known as DivvyCloud. Did great work for us from a CSPM perspective. Very happy with it. Really met my needs. I have used CrowdStrike Falcon Horizon. Great tool. Met my needs. We actually almost got rid of it, but one of my folks on my team actually found value in it, and we kept it. We had it for a year. We were actually about to end the license, and some said, actually, I find value in it. I'm going to keep it. I feel like it, in many cases, CrowdStrike Falcon Horizon depends on your use of the Falcon tool, the CrowdStrike tool. Other tools that I have seen and used, I've used Wiz, W-I-Z. We'll see them later on, so I won't talk too much about them. Aqua Security, I have used the Aqua Security tool, which they're not a CSPM first. It was a second capability to Aqua Security, so maybe that's why they didn't make this list. But they have a CSPM tool that helps with the monitoring as well. So just giving some commentary of things I've used. I've used several CSPMs, and there's a bunch more to use. I have used Lacework in a proof of concept, but did not deploy it. I will say this. I am live weekly on Twitch, Fridays at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, 7:30 a.m. Pacific Time, and 3:30 p.m. GMT, and in your pod feeds a few days later. My name is Sean Valley from here at Cybersecurity Growth. This is all for now. We will see you next time on Cybersecurity Growth. Bye for now, everyone.